Hello world, welcome back to another episode of the AVS show. Thank you guys for tuning in once again right here on Mina TV. Before we go any further, I want you guys to subscribe to the channel and after that go on our Instagram page and follow us where? At the AVS show, which is one word. Super excited. Yazzie couldn't make it today, but we have another new co-host. Super excited.
Hello.
Yes, introduce yourself. Everybody, welcome.
Hi, I'm Miss Spitfire.
Yes.
Miss what?
Miss Spitfire, because I spit daggers.
Ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared already. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm amazing.
So tell us what you do and how you got involved with the AVS show.
I'm into everything. When I say everything, I mean like back home in Nigeria, I used to be in the media.
That's
came
where you're
out
from?
here. Yes, I'm Nigerian.
Oh,
Probably
Nigeria.
Nigerian. Yes. We have plenty on the show now. So now I'm coming for you.
Oh,
Ghanaian.
don't come for me now.
Just saying.
Let's all get along, please.
Okay.
So you're from Nigeria?
Yes. And so I came out here. I'm into a couple of things. My day job, I'm an enrollment specialist.
What is that?
Enrollment specialist with kids
Oh, okay.
/ family workers, so
Nice,
social work
nice.
on the side. And then I also get into a couple of things, modeling here, a little art there.
What kind of modeling
I
do
dabble.
you do?
Plus size, hey.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
it's fashion.
Yes.
Fashion model, okay. Well, welcome to the AVS
Thank
show.
you.
We're so excited to have you.
glad
And
to
you know,
be
this is Yazzie C, and Yazzie always brings it. She always stirs the pot and get things going. So I hope you're ready.
We'll see.
Are you guys ready?
You've been the judge of that.
All right.
We actually bring
All right,
fire
so
on
let's
this end
dig
too.
in. It's a new week, and as you know, hot new topics, okay?
Yeah.
So let's dig right into it. Timani, you have the first topic. What's going on?
Number one is our star boy, Wizkid, as usual.
Oh.
Yes, the GQ award just wrapped up, and Wizkid and our Reverend Sister Naomi Campbell were booed up for almost the whole night. It got the people talking. So the people asked me to ask you to tell them, are they dating or is just a business relationship?
It's business, but it looks like it's funny business.
What do you
it's
mean
funny
funny
business to
business?
me. Okay, so we spoke about Wizkid last week.
And he's a thing for older women, clearly.
Yes. Let me finish.
I'm just saying,
We spoke
it
about
seems
Wizkid.
like it.
We spoke about Wizkid
Not that older
here.
is not fine wine, though.
Let me finish.
But you know, old wine, the sweeter the wine, the older the wine, the
It's
sweeter
sweet
the
down.
wine.
Now, go ahead.
So
I'm sorry. Fuck to you.
We spoke about Wizkid here last week about how he's not spending so much time with, his other son. And seeing this, for me, confirms everything.
How?
You are over here. Let me explain. You are over here
It's an
kicking
award.
and cacaing with Naomi Campbell.
It's an award.
It's an
Award
award.
show. He has
How
to
about
attend.
how about you go with your baby mother, one of them, or how about you go with your son? You know, you can actually go with your son.
But
You know
Naomi-
that,
Yeah.
Well,
and
Sus
spend
is
more
actually-
time with him.
Sus has actually said that he was her +1. So I don't see how you're going with your baby mama if
And
you're
you're
invited
+1.
to the event.
But you don't have to go. You can spend this
Why would he
time.
go though? Like, what's the
For
stop? Why would he
networking,
go?
Okay.
For branding,
I mean, for crying out loud,
he's
he's
an
screaming
artist.
Nigeria to the world, Africa to the world. This is another avenue for him to do that. Like, why wouldn't he not go to the GQ Awards?
It's
Because
really
of
big.
speculations. If they're dating, so what?
I don't like this.
So he's
Well,
a
I mean,
+1.
have you
Literally
seen
looks
her?
like a boy
She's
toy.
a gorgeous queen. Like,
She is, and I've seen her with a couple of 50 other men as
okay.
well.
Doesn't
Okay,
mean
so
that
what's
she's
the
sleeping with
point?
Everybody, just because you see them the way they are, doesn't mean that they're actually doing something. And even if they were, so what? He's a grown man.
Even if they were?
Yes, so what?
He has a whole
Even
baby.
if they
He
were,
lives with
should
his
I tell
wife.
you why?
so
Should I tell you why it's a
though?
problem?
And so what? Like, life
His
doesn't-
manager. Who was his manager?
Okay.
Who's managed his
And
career
she-
to where it's going to,
That's
right?
his manager, right? So she knew that he was going to that event.
I mean,
No,
like,
but
irregardless
That's
if
his
they're
manager.
dating,
So
that's a
everything
problem.
he does,
I
she
see that
pretty
as a
much
problem.
everything that he does, she pretty much knows about it because he's his manager. So
But if
if
they're
he's going
dating-
to that award, she sanctioned him to, okay, you know what, you could go. I give you the permission to go there. If he's having public appearances with this woman, she knows about it. She says, okay, it's fine. Why then would you now think that he has something? And even if he was, maybe she's fine with it. You don't know their arrangement.
So why-
maybe
so
she
tell me
feels
why
like
he went
they're in an
then.
open relationship. How about that?
No, I don't believe they're doing something because if they're doing something, it's a big taboo. You know why?
Why?
Based on what?
Wizkid became connected with Naomi Campbell through Skepta. And we know Skepta and Naomi Campbell had a thing. They were dating. And Wizkid and Skepta
wait,
are
wait.
5 and 6.
Nah, nah, nah.
Skeptagram.
Wow, okay.
So I believe that this is just for business. You understand?
But Naomi
See,
has
this
a
is
thing with
getting
everybody in
sweeter.
Africa.
See, no, but see, I have
Everybody
a
in
problem.
Africa.
I have a problem
And
with that
Italian,
too.
she like Italian men. though.
Hashtag
She like Italian men. though.
Wizkid is Nigerian, he's not Italian
men.
now.
I have to say something. So are you telling me, based on what you just said now, what you're
Yeah.
pretty much saying is relationship is a
bro
one
code.
or no, it's a one and done.
No, I'm talking about bro code.
What bro
Wizkid
code?
got connected.
Who came
with
up with
Naomi.
that bro code, though?
Listen,
Like,
Wizkid
why
got
do-
connected with Naomi Campbell through Skeptagram.
Yeah.
Wait.
So Skeptagram is a rapper. He's a Nigerian as well.
Okay.
He's a rapper based in UK.
Now, mind you, we're still speculating that they actually had something.
I
Not
don't
that they
think
actually
so.
did.
I don't think so.
But
I
even
don't
if
think
they
so.
did, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You had your time has passed. You could have died. It doesn't matter.
But he's not dead.
I'm not gonna bring none of my dates around this one. She gonna
So-
pack them. She gonna pack my
Oh,
dates.
I don't fear you.
I have
Fear,
mine.
I don't
But
fear
I'm
you.
just saying, right? Even if they're not together, it's not like they're dating currently.
Right.
They dated, and that's done. And now she's with Wizkid, and you're saying that even if they were dating, it's a taboo. How is that a taboo? Even if he met her through, listen, your partner could be out there. You could meet your partner through your current person that you're with. It doesn't mean that you
So
just
now
step
how
with
about
just
Snapchat?
We already know how she get down now.
Okay, so let me
That's why
say
the
this.
husband snatcher.
I'm not.
So let me say this.
I'm an angel.
Personally, I don't care who you mess around with or who you date. Where I'm coming from is we spoke about Wizkid not spending enough time with his other son. And for me, going to a GQ party with Naomi Campbell just for pictures like this, for me, spending more time with your son is more important than this. And that's where I'm coming from. I don't care who he
Of
sleeps
course,
with.
it's more important, honey. But like this one night, going
It's not
to
just one night.
several
No, I'm
nights.
just
It's not just
I'm
one
saying, but
night.
if you want to base it,
They look like
on
mother
this
and
one
son.
night, going to, oh my God.
It's mother and son. That's what. Look at the picture now. They look like mother and son. Mommy,
He's gonna climb
Now,
down to a
Campbell's
drink of
probably
water.
into those things.
I mean, you saw her role on Empire,
Yeah,
right? So yeah, it kind of like says a little,
a
but
little
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the older, the better.
The older, the
Just
better.
saying,
Where
I
you
like
from?
old politicians, for example.
No, I never said that. But
No,
I
but
do,
that's
I,
better.
do, I do
better.
like men that are mature in mind, besides age. Mind
Oh
wise.
my God. So you like
Yes.
this? I don't. You don't.
I'm kind of on the it's on the fence, right?
on the
They
fence?
can I'm on the fence, but the thing about it is that I just want to know that if he has time to go to GQ Awards, like you said,
yeah.
he should take that same plane and go see his son and spend time
Now,
with his
still
child, right?
on the
Well, I
issue,
don't
that's
think-
just speculations too. Like she said what she said. We don't know if that's true. Maybe she's just being spiteful. Maybe she's just
True.
mad.
But you don't know that as well. So you're
Exactly,
also
like
making
I
it
said, all
so then don't mention
speculation.
it. Then
No,
don't mention
why
it.
would I mention it? If you're mentioning the fact that he should have gone home to go see the child, I'll mention the fact that it could all be just a makeup stuff.
Okay, so then I'll
maybe
stick
she's
with
just
mine.
mad, and
True.
I'll stick with mine
I
too.
thought that we
And
can
all
move on
have
to
our
the
opinions.
next-
There we have
Yeah.
it.
With the-
I'm feeling the Yazzie energy. That's it.
Let's
I'm
Then
loving
we can
it.
move on to the next, okay? Shout out to you, Wizkid and Naomi. Keep doing
Hey.
what you're doing or not.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic, and Miss Spitfire, you have
Yes,
this
yes.
one.
So Dbanj and two Baba were vacationing in Dubai, and it said that this happened 3 months after he lost his baby boy, Daniel Jr. Now, in the comment sections online, people are saying they don't know if it's right for him to go. They actually went with their wives, and then they don't know if it's right for him to go on vacation. It's too early. While people are saying, you know what, it's good that they're healing. So there's nothing wrong with actually going on vacation and having fun and trying to bond with your wife. Because people grieve and then split apart. But I don't know, like, what do you guys think?
I don't understand these trolls online. Like, I don't understand. Like, you cannot tell someone how to
Live their life.
moan or how to heal. Everybody heals differently, and everybody deals with whatever they're going through in life differently. You know what I mean? Some people, you know, I have a friend, you know, her mother passed away, and then I called her. I was like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. I was like hurting. You know, I'm sorry. He was like, oh, I'm fine. That's how people choose to deal with certain things in their life. So I think that you should just let them be. They're having fun. They cannot cry forever. At the end of the day, life still goes on, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure wherever his son is, he would like to see his parents happy. So get off their back, and that's what I feel. What do you think about it? You don't like it?
God forbid if I die, my mom better grieve for me for like 2 years, man. Like,
Wow,
how
that's
can you?
selfish.
2
How can you? It's just 3 months.
That's
He died.
selfish.
He died on the 24th of June, and this is August. Just like.
So what would you want them to
fresh.
do? Just be in the
I
house,
mean,
wear all black, cry
no.
until their eyes
You know
are all
what? You know
swollen?
what? Actually, in some parts of Nigeria, you actually have to wear all black and for like a whole year straight.
You
For
know
a
what?
baby?
You know
You
what
said-
year we are in right now?
I know.
Okay.
But see, you know what? Culture and tradition transcends time.
It doesn't
You know
have
that,
to.
right? He actually does.
It doesn't have to.
Yeah, but he does though.
But it doesn't have to be.
I understand that, but he actually does. I'm just saying.
But in that case, they chose not to.
not to.
Yeah, so that's
but
fine.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like they should have mourned a little more
For me,
than just 3 months.
For me, I
It's
feel
3
like
months.
what they're doing right now is the best way to heal.
Yes.
First of all, it's a baby. Your first baby. You can have
a
more.
1-year-old.
You have stillbirths, different things happen to babies. This is where they have to bond, go on a vacation, smash,
And make another one.
And make another
and
one,
make
right?
another one real fast. Otherwise, they will grow apart.
Yes,
Because
yes.
if they start blaming each other, you were out of the country or you were there and you lost our baby, they will grow apart. So for me, this is the best thing they should do. Oh yeah, hit me. Just like
Well, a shaggy.
hit that baby
Brother
inside
Shaggy.
there. Another one.
Good.
Sharp, sharp.
What do you feel about this situation?
I think they shouldn't have gotten. The picture shouldn't have been taken. You know, sometimes you leave evidence that's going to get people talking.
They're
I
not
think
hiding.
I mean, I think it should be private. I
Or
think
take it, but don't
if
post
you're,
it.
If you're mourning, right? You're in mourning, and honestly, it is very, very fresh. We were all like lamenting online and everything, and then all of a sudden you are enjoying. It's fine. I understand enjoyment. I understand sometimes grief. Like some people, right after people die, they have sex with just to make themselves feel better, right? But how do you kind of make it where it's not? I mean, like you didn't have to post it. You didn't have to like share it. Like, why is it, and I understand it's about likes and it's about people seeing you, but what is so important? You can go on vacation, but why do you have to share it with everybody? While, you know, like it didn't relate because you just, now it makes me think, what happened? How do you feel? Because really he hasn't even really talked about it. He released a statement, but he hasn't even really talked about it. And I'm sure it's still, but if you can go on vacation and have all this fun, are you going to, because you know, other people have lost children.
Was there a caption underneath this picture? Because maybe that would help. Maybe they posted a picture like this
I don't
with
think
a
he has
deep.
been writing captions in his recent posts. He just
Oh.
posts. Yeah. But he has even been booked.
Videos,
He has been booked for some
dancing, riding
gigs.
bicycles.
For some upcoming gigs this year. He has been booked. He's going to perform at the Mandela concert in South Africa in December. You know, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on him because of the career path he chose. If he was a regular person, he wouldn't have this pressure on him. So being an entertainer, life goes on.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this. I say life goes on. You cannot mourn forever. Like mourn, jeez. Mourn.
That's that Ghana accent. Mourn.
Forever. So for
Murder.
me, like life still goes on. Let them be. Shows get off their back.
Not
Like,
for me.
not
They
for
should
you?
have mourned some more. I mean, like, it's
And what
to
would
be
that do?
mourned.
Okay, how
What would
much
that
is
do?
enough?
What would that
How
do
much
for you?
money
So
is
let's,
enough?
let's do some calculations. The child died last week of June. This is the first week of September, right? It's
That's
not
3
even up to
months.
3 months.
So, I'm saying, what would that do for you?
So
What would
90
that
days.
do? Yeah.
It takes you 90 days to just mourn over a child that you had.
How
that
many
you
days does it take?
A little longer than three months.
Okay,
said
like
It
how
took you
many?
9 months. It took you 9 months to bring that child to the world. It should take you a little longer to mourn
But
the
who
child.
said so? Who made that rule?
I'm just saying.
How many days?
Like if I should, God forbid, all of you better wear black.
Yeah, but
for
how
like
many- how
1
many
year.
days?
Hey,
I'm
I'm
I
telling
gonna be
you.
in vacation in Cancun.
How many days would be good
I
enough
gonna be
for
in
you?
Cancun with my daddy,
And you're black.
my politician.
No, what,
Okay.
let's be real here. We're not trying to say that. I understand where she's coming from, but realize that them doing this doesn't mean that they're not going to mourn for life.
I
They will
understand that
never
people
forget
heal
that
differently,
baby.
right?
So people heal
But
differently.
I feel like it should have been a little longer than just 3 months.
So
90
if they
days.
mourn for 1 year, you'll be like, oh yes, they've mourned, let them celebrate.
No, if they-
Who
you
gave
know
you
what?
the
You know
right?
what?
Who
You know
gave
what?
you the right to decide when they should start living their
if
life?
they had mourned for like at least maybe like 4 or 5 months and then fizzle out. People won't even like even if they go on vacation.
I just told you that his
nobody
career
would say
path would not
fizzle
allow
out.
that.
which also ties into what she said. You don't have to put pictures. You don't have to put, let us know that you're having fun, you're going on vacation. But like you mourn and then do what you do and then maybe after like 4 or 5 months, 6 months, you can come back into the limelight and we're like, oh, okay, you know what? They've been mourning. I understand why he's not been in there.
And then-
You
and
go
then-
through
and
stuff
then
like
when
that,
it
then
comes-
you do that.
Exactly.
You do
I will
that.
not go through stuff like that because my child will not die.
And then when
My
Dbanj
child
comes
will
back,
your
grow
child will
old
not
and
die.
bury me. Yes.
Okay, so God forbid, if something
Yeah.
like that happens to you
Yeah.
or whatever, then you take that advice and you do that.
Yeah,
we
But we
know.
shouldn't, impose
Yeah.
that, that rule to anybody else. Everybody deals with things differently.
Everybody's
that's at least-
timeline is
that's-
different. Everybody's
that's just my
timeline
opinion,
is very
child.
different.
Yeah.
Timelines do.
yeah, you want
do
Dbanj to come
transcend.
back after 2 years of mourning, and then the industry has forgotten about him, and they'll say, "Oh, your time is past, Daddy. Sorry,
not.
Daddy. We don't need you no more."
Child, please.
He's timeless.
Will you pay his
He's
bills?
timeless. He's
He
timeless.
is?
He can never fizzle out.
All right, so did you guys hear this story? Let's move on to the next topic. So a school in Kenya closed down because of sexual abuse and extreme religious practice. And the parents in Kenya are not having it. They are so furious about this. So,
Sexual abuse.
yes.
By whom? The students or the
The
teachers?
preachers.
Okay, so the school is run by a Nigerian priest.
Hey, why did you extend
Why
that
did you
Nigeria
have
like?
to mention the
why
Nigeria
did
part?
you have to drag that Nigeria out like that?
Calm down now. Let him land.
And this is not the
Okay.
first time the Nigerian priest has been linked to sexual
Well, him running the
allegations.
school doesn't mean that he carries out the act, right?
No, that in this
He's-
story he
yes.
did. So the
What?
sub-county received an anonymous phone call and said that the school has been hiring unregistered teachers,
That's a
and
problem.
also there's been a lot of sexual abuse going on in the school.
Oh,
I don't know if you
God
guys heard the
forbid.
story, but what do you guys think about this story?
I think this continues to be a narrative everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Why are these people that are abusing children not vetted? Number one, you have to vet people. And why are people not watching? Like, you just don't leave, like, even me, like, you just don't leave kids with people. There needs to always be another, like, a sub-teacher or whatever. And I know that when it comes to people in the pulpit, they're so strong, and people, like, in Africa, we just adore, and we like, oh, is the great
Yes,
man, is
yes.
great man. But you have to be very cognitive. And in this day and age, you have to check your children. You have to have those
Whoa,
conversations
What do
with
you mean
them.
check the children?
Check your children. Check their genitalia. Check them.
Check
you
them?
have to check
This
them.
is a secondary school,
You
by the
have
way.
to.
This is a secondary school.
You have to.
Wait,
no,
how
but I'm
will-
just
how
saying,
will you check your male children?
have conversations
Your male
with them,
children,
and
okay.
then you be like, "Is something going on? Is something happening?" You know, you have to check them, check in with them.
Okay,
No,
was
I need you
scared
to
before.
answer
I
that
thought
question.
she
How
was
do you
sure.
check the male
I
students?
was
then?
scared, though. I thought she
No,
would
I'm
say,
talking about- I'm talking
Charlie,
about
come here. Let
parents
me
too.
check your.
I'm talking about
this thing.
parents.
Okay.
You have, because you can tell when a child is abused. There's a different affect. They may be not as they're not as outgoing as they used to be, or they might be just
Yeah.
get even more outgoing and a little bit more out there. So you have conversations. I think that this is something that is a thing that happens with African parents. You don't check in. You gotta check in. You gotta know how the baby's doing, and also you gotta vet. Nowadays, with the onset of Google, cross-check somebody's name, cross-check their numbers. Make sure.
Even check their browser, check what they're going through online. Because
everything.
these kids be
I'm
watching
tired
porn
of
like
this.
they be watching porn like, man, damn.
But I'm literally tired of preachers and people, men of the cloth and women of the cloth,
Taking
allowing
advantage.
abuse to continue to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
You know, like this is the formative stages, and you letting abuse happen.
That's a good one, though. When I was looking into the story, I was looking at how Kenya hires their teachers. And basically, when you take the test, the teaching test, you get your certificate and you're hired. There's no background check. They don't, really go in. And it sucks because we don't really have the technology to do the fingerprinting like they do here in America to check your background. I think that will also help a lot because we have these teachers coming in and we have no idea where they're coming from or their past, and then they are mistreating these children. So that will also help.
And he came from
Look into-
Nigeria, so he did a trick. He did a scam. If you leave Nigeria, maybe Kenya is not going to know exactly your background.
What's going on, yeah.
Let you know, because he left several countries, right? He's in Kenya now. So maybe you wouldn't know as much because if you left one country, you go to another. But then that's suspicious to me when you're traveling too much like that. But that's another thing.
So
Go
is
ahead.
it a mixed school or same-sex school?
It's a mixed school.
school.
Yes.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with him leaving Nigeria and going to another country. What I think there's a problem in is the fact that he's had that happen before. You mentioned that.
Yes.
So
There's
how
been
is it that
allegation.
there's
We know now. We know this is Africa. They don't really take, allegations
seriously.
so
I mean, like,
serious.
if,
and when
that's the problem I have. Like, if you know that this person has had a history of doing something so bad as molestation, especially with kids, why do you feel comfortable having your kids in that person's presence? It's a no. The moment you do it, that's a dub. Like, you're not going to come close to my child. You're not going to speak to my kid. None of that. Matter of fact, the whole school is shutting down. Because we don't know if you actually rape kids, kill them, and bury them in the backyard.
Yes.
Nobody knows that.
it can happen.
Yeah, nobody knows that. And then you just carry about life like nothing happened. And then the parents of the kids just say, oh, because he's wearing a cloth of the Lord.
God,
or he's a man of the Lord.
It's not
and then
true. It cannot happen.
He's holy.
That's my problem.
Really though?
That's my problem
Holy?
with Africa. That's my
Nah.
problem with Africans. Africans glorify their clergies too much.
They do.
To the extent that they think they are gods on earth.
I agree
They
with you on
worship
that.
them.
They worship, yeah.
Yes.
Because these clergies take advantage of the young ones, like the youths, and then they still go to the pulpits and preach and do every other thing.
And collect everybody's money.
Sometimes these
Yeah,
young ones
that
even
too.
report to their friends or their parents, and the parents don't do anything about it.
And
that has to stop.
That's what surprised me about this case, because it was even an anonymous call. Nobody wants to come forward
They're scared.
to report. They're scared. Nobody wants to come forward with their stories, and because these people fear in these kids, so they can't come forward. You know, so you have this big man priest raping our girls, and they still can't talk about it.
And I just want everybody, our viewers, if you feel like somebody's doing something wrong to you, if you feel something is happening, please tell somebody or remove yourself from the situation, because literally in this day and age, please don't let that happen to you, because don't let it continue, because people will continue for years. This goes on for years.
And when you continue not to speak up, in a way you are normalizing it, right?
Yes.
Because in a way, you know, you are teaching them
love
that,
that.
oh, I can still do this, and you're not going to say nothing.
Exactly.
Also,
So
if you
speak
talk
out.
to because sometimes they talk to their parents, and the parents just tell them, you know, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. He didn't do it. They just knock you to the side and say that never happened. Like walk around pretending like it will never happen to your
yeah,
kids. So if you do talk to your parents and they say no, shut up, don't say anything, go on Google. Look
What
for the
needs to happen to
hotlines.
the priest,
Report to the
though?
hotline. You
Yeah.
don't have to say your name, but just report that person. Tell them what is happening there so they could go investigate and get it under control. All
What
right?
do you guys think needs to happen to the priest that did that?
What?
Lock him and throw away the key.
That's
Only-
nice.
And do you think the
Only-
school should be shut down,
We
though?
can't say kill him.
No, they should just leave a time bomb there.
No.
Then they should say his last prayer.
No, they should give him a glass of tea with something inside.
He will die immediately.
Finish him quietly.
Oh, Lord,
In his sleep. Good night.
No,
but
you guys
this is
support the
serious.
fact that the school should be shut down, because that's also
Absolutely.
affecting other students that want to
I don't
study.
think it should be shut down. I think they need to do a rehaul, right? They need to hire new staff, get new people in, and there needs to be a little bit of monitoring at this point, that they have to monitor it till the school is ready, because we can't close our schools, right?
Okay.
Because we're ending their education because of this one man's,
Couple of people,
couple of
right.
people's acts and deeds.
All right, so
I disagree. I'm sorry. I'm
my
sorry. I
goodness.
disagree. No, I'm just saying. I mean, I understand that's how you feel, but I feel like if you have the kids that were engaging in the same messy business together in the same school, right? It's just going to bring whatever teacher you bring there. It's now the norm for them. You're just going to carry on with what they're doing. But if you split, like if you close the school down and put the kids in other schools.
They'll take it to
But
another
let me-
school.
but let me-
No.
Wait,
But then in
you-
other schools they
that's when
have.
you institute
But then in other
counseling.
schools they have like.
But you institute counseling.
let
You
me-
have to get a counselor in to talk to every one of those
Everybody.
kids.
Right.
That's what you have to do. You have to institute
The
that.
ones that come out to say they
because
actually
those
were
other kids
involved
that
in
are,
it, too.
because you know kids, like you're right about that. They're going to repeat behaviors.
Right.
Because you pick up behaviors. So how do you kind of get them to be able to come clean about it, and then also kind of cleanse themselves and get out of it so they can go ahead and study and do what they need to do and move on with their lives? Go ahead.
I wanted to ask
Yeah.
the viewers whose side they are on. Let us know in the comments, okay? But we have to move on to the next topic. Glitz, you have that. You have this
I'm
one.
already hot. I'm already hot. So our beautiful, wonderful, fearless African leaders have carried Yans to China.
Oh.
Hey, second wave of colonization. So we're not happy with what happened with slavery.
Tell
We're
us
not
the story first, because
Okay.
I'm still confused. Yeah.
No, so our leaders are attending just recently, last week, attended a summit with China to discuss what's going on with monies, so China can invest in Africa. And you see all of them smiling, grinning, and we already know one of the problems that lies really hard with our leadership is corruption.
When did this happen?
It just happened last week.
They had a
Ooh.
summit in Beijing,
Beijing,
right?
China.
In China.
And the Chinese have 60 billion that they want to invest in different African countries.
They want
Okay,
to
so
buy
if you
Africa,
say,
actually.
if you're saying African leaders, it's very broad. What country was there?
50 countries. The only country that was not there was Eswatini, because they're
wow.
in bed
So
with
Ghana was
Taiwan.
there. That's
Of
what you're telling me.
course.
Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia,
South
Kenya,
Africa was there?
Cameroon, and Niger, every 50 nations.
Are you kidding
Okay,
me?
so
Only
since-
one was missing. Only one.
Wow.
So if Ghana was there, that means it might not have been all bad.
What?
Because I trust my
Will you
president.
keep quiet?
I
Trust
trust
president.
my president to
Will you
look
keep
through
quiet?
things. Hold on.
What do you mean?
Please. I will give you your own in a
Let me
minute. I'll
finish.
give you your own fire.
If
Go
Ghana
ahead.
was there, I believe my president to go over things, to read over things before, because he would not just jump into shithole. Okay, so
They are buying Africa. Let's just be honest, because they're bringing this money into Africa under the pretext of trying to invest, but they're going to take control of certain resources. In fact, if not all of our resources. Stupid ass Nigeria actually recovered $300 and something million recently from Babangida, right? From Swiss Bank, and they claimed that they were giving the money out to the poor. In this summit, the same Nigeria loaned out $300 and something million from China. How do you recover money?
And then you're
And then
borrowing.
you are borrowing the same amount of money again from China. Something is
we're
fishy.
talking about Nigeria now.
Yeah, it's not only
excuse
Nigeria, it's the whole of
you.
Africa. It's the
It's
same
all around
summit.
the world.
Let me chime in about your Ghana, because you know they found bauxite now in Ghana. So
You know you spent.
they are
You know you were
serious
spilling a whole bunch of.
bauxite, which is one of the top minerals.
Where?
Very expensive in
Where?
Ghana.
Where?
In Ghana.
In Ghana,
Ghana.
somewhere.
You're spilling
No,
non-fact
it's not.
facts.
No, this is facts.
her land, let her
facts.
land,
Let me
please.
land. So now they want to get into Ghana. Not only do they have your gold already, which they are poisoning your people left and right, because the waters in Ghana are yellow.
The water in Ghana is like a star.
Yellow water, literally.
Cholera
Yellow,
in the
there is-
building.
there is mercury poisoning with your miners. Let's be real clear about what's happening in Ghana with your big fearless leader that's doing a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Because all he's doing is reading.
Reading.
He doesn't care about his people, right?
Speaking English.
He's reading.
Who's reading?
Your
Your
president.
You just said that.
You just said
he's doing
He's
a lot
speaking
of
too much
reading.
English.
He's reading good books.
Yellow water.
What about your
Wait,
people?
so you people drink yellow water?
Okay? No, but the thing
Damn.
about it is that, just off the grip, like you said, it is really sad that we are feeding the world. Our resources feed the world. And your cell phones, and even here, is the most expensive mineral made in Congo. Congo is the poorest country in Africa.
And they're taking it
Poorest.
out of there,
They're putting them in
exporting
war,
it.
doing all of that. Can you believe the country that exports one of the most expensive things is one of the poorest countries? Can you believe that?
And they are bringing more billions in, not because they want to help Africa, but because they want to take control of the resources. Because we are giving you money. And money is power. And so they have the power. So the presidents, see them all smiling with their teeth out
Because
like
they're lining their pockets.
monkeys.
They're lining their pockets.
It's
I
crazy.
mean, other countries make business with other countries all the time. So what is the for me?
But other countries, you see things happening.
Trade.
Things are, okay,
You see things
okay, so just
happening.
because
Our
things,
corrupt
okay, hold on,
governments are not
because
showing
you
anything
said a
happening.
lot
Go ahead.
about Ghana, and some of the stuff that you said, it's alternative fact.
No, it's not. At
true.
all.
It's
At
fake
all.
news.
At all. I would never
our
say fake
water,
news.
our water is not yellow.
Okay,
Have you
maybe
seen
it's
our
green.
structures in Ghana?
Maybe it's
We
green,
are
maybe it's
building
green.
things.
Look up your mercury
It's-
poison levels in
there's no
Ghana.
mercury.
Look up
You want to talk about
mercury
poison? Your
mercury
poison is your
poison.
African leaders. Your African leaders are poisoning
Yeah,
y'all.
all
Y'all can't
all
grow
African
for
leaders.
shit.
We can agree to this. We can agree on that. African leaders are selling us down the way.
No,
Yeah, we are
Nigerian leaders. Nigerian leaders. We're good over here, boo.
Yeah, good.
We're good over here.
Delusion, Ghanaian
We're
delusion.
good over here. We're good over here. Ghana is
good.
one of the most peaceful countries
Oh,
in the whole entire
because
world.
they're selling
They are
everything.
still killing y'all.
Wait,
you
let
guys
me-
are
I'll
still
respond
fighting
to
each
him.
other.
Let him land.
You guys are still fighting each other.
Oh,
There's no
I'll
peace in
respond
that
to
the
him.
police
country.
is
Relax,
beating
let me
women.
respond.
The same Ghana, the police is
It's
beating
starving.
women. The same Ghana.
Forget, police is beating women everywhere.
Everywhere.
Ghana is a peaceful country.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. The
Ghana-
police in Nigeria is killing everybody.
Oh,
Hide your
really?
kids, hide your
I
wife.
don't
Ghana
think
is
so.
a peaceful country.
Peaceful,
That's why
yeah.
Ghana is in the future. That's why everybody in Ghana is in the future.
Thank God.
The other day, they were asking a Ghanaian how long he has been taking tramadol. He said from 1996 to 2022. You guys are in the
Mercury
future.
poison.
Oh, please.
You guys are all mad.
Next,
Everybody's taking
next
drugs.
Guys, you guys are talking alternative fact.
Not
Fake
lies.
news. Don't listen. This
It's
is all
not
fake news.
It's not fake news, but you have
That guy is in 2022. You guys are so far ahead. Oh
But you
my
don't want to talk
God.
about people taking drugs now. You guys also take drugs in that country.
No, you
Travel
guys
drug-
take drugs. One
Bye.
corner is a drug.
Bye.
Let's not stray from the topic. The topic is about our leaders, right?
Yeah,
Getting to bed with
okay.
China. Now, when it comes to a whole nation, a whole continent, because that's 50 out of 54. That's them the whole.
That's the whole
That's the whole
continent.
continent. So the whole continent getting into bed with China,
Yeah.
with one fraction of the Asian continent, is a problem. It's something that we really need to sit down and think about because, in as much as they have the money to put in, we have the money. I miss those leaders on there. They have the money. Whatever money they're trying to get from China, they have it amongst themselves. But because of the greed, avenue to steal, avenue to get money in, that's the reason why they're getting into bed with China. It's gonna turn around and bite us in the behind eventually. And I don't think Nigeria, particularly, the economy is ready for what's gonna happen. It's not. That's my own view. That's how I see it. Getting into bed with the Chinese is not a good fit. It's not a good idea at all. Especially with the fact that if you go to China, the poverty level in China is up there.
True.
My sister actually trades between the States and China.
True.
And she comes back complaining about how dirty it is, how they live on top of each other, how they pack themselves in one room. So how is it that you're coming over to Africa to help Africa when you haven't even...
Help
how are you trying to
yourself.
get a block out of my eye and you can't get out the stone in yours?
Exactly.
How does that work?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Clearly, it seems like China is bursting in the seams. You can't breathe in China. When you go to China, you have to wear a mask. The emission levels, the whatever level, it's high.
Right.
So you got to think about that. So now they're finding other places they want to stay, right? So now let's go to Africa. And you know, they've seen the West has gotten a lot from Africa, right? So now it's our turn. And the only thing that really scares me and upsets me is that I think that Africa has been traumatized enough with colonization.
Yeah.
How can we work together and not work to be like slaves?
Right.
I hope our African leaders are watching and listening. Okay, let us know in the comments your thought on these topics. Yes, Spitfire, you did your thing. She's coming back, so come back, okay? Until next time, you're watching the ABS show, and this is Mina TV.
ABS.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.